Hey, what's up everyone out there? Welcome back to the channel, guys. CHILLSCISSORS here, and I'm back. It's been quite a while. The previous pickups video, that video was actually filmed quite a while ago. I had some PC computer issues where I had to take my PC apart, figure out what was going on. I didn't want to hire anybody. So there was a lot of trial and errors, but we got our PC and all of our editing software back up and running for now. Hopefully we don't run into those issues. Plus, my new job has just been super stressful, but we are back full swing, and I wanted to get back into the community. What better way to get back into the community than with a community challenge? So this video is going to be a challenge. First I'll be conducting mine, and then I'm going to challenge 4 other channels. So stay tuned after the video conclusion to find out who's going to get challenged. So first and foremost, this challenge is going to be basically, what video games have you picked up, started playing, and just could not put down until you were 100% completed. Some of you, there's different gaming types out there, so like some of you may or may not be like a completionist, where you have to see this game through, track down every achievement. For those individuals, just what game did you pick up and you had to see it through, no matter what the outcome, or how long you had to sit there for hours to grind out to see this thing through. So we're going to be going over 5 games that you picked up and started playing that you just could not get enough of until you completed it. So we'll go ahead and start off with my list. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Help draw out and boost me up the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button so hard it turns blue. Without further ado, my 5 games that I started I just couldn't put down. Number 1. So my first game they're going to start off with is going to be a Nintendo Switch title. I was super over the top excited whenever they announced this, and it was honestly out of left field. I didn't see this one coming, but we are of course talking about Luigi's Mansion 3. This game has so much charm. It's just gooing with charm, as you might say, but whenever this game, like I said, was announced, I just completely fell in love with the idea of revisiting this genre. And man, this game, whenever I started playing it, then very few games have enticed me to bring my Nintendo Switch to work with me, and this was one of them. So whenever this game came out, I super divulged into it, but I had to see it through. I pushed through and found every ghost type, you know, every collectible. I went through and just, this mansion I put through every nook and cranny. I loved it so much. So my first game that I picked up and I just couldn't get enough of is Luigi's Mansion 3. Little fun fact, I still haven't beat the GameCube version. I know, without that one we wouldn't have this one arguably, but I still have to complete it. I've played it, I just haven't completed. So first one off the list here.
Number 2.
This next one, honestly, was a breath of fresh air. We are talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This one was a highly anticipated game by me and many others in the Star Wars community, but it's been so long since we've had a Star Wars game of this caliber, and boy did they deliver. But this one I started and I just fell in love with the characters, the story, the lore, the fact that you can choose at a point in the game what lightsaber's color you want. You can play dual wield, you can attach it and play as one single double-sided lightsaber. I just love the customization that you can bring into this, but I could not put it down. I had to collect every item throughout, which was a pain. It was a lot of backtracking, but I did a really good job my first go around by searching the areas very thoroughly, so that whenever I complete the game, then I could go back and revisit these areas and I wouldn't have so much cleanup, as I like to call it, for collectibles. But every achievement, every collectible, every combo that you have to perform to get those achievements, checked and rechecked. I can't wait. They just announced previously, I'll say recently, the continuation of the Jedi Fallen Order franchise, and I am excited for it. But Jedi Fallen Order was a win for me. I absolutely love this game. If you haven't checked it out, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's a solid title. Number 3. And man, this next one, a little backstory without getting lost in ranting about this, but whenever I was a youngster and I was it was very early on in my gaming, starting to transition into a gamer, from enjoying games to actually being a gamer. This one took the cake for me and probably shaped who I am today for these next 2 games, actually. But we are talking about Resident Evil 4. This game, whenever I played it initially on the Nintendo GameCube, was my platform that I first experienced it on, and I had to be a little bit sneaky to get a hold of that mature rated game, but luckily the GameCube was undermined by its kiddie nature, not only by youngsters but also by adults. So whenever I got a hold of this, I definitely was appreciative, but I was at an age where I was heavily influenced by the survival horror nature. I fell in love with Leon Kennedy. I fell in love with the story, the ability and the thrill that you get whenever you walk into that first town and you have this maniac that can one-hit kill you and visually cut your head off with a chainsaw was terrifying to me. And so many times, I can't tell you, I would be focused on what I'm looking at, and then all of a sudden this guy will come up right behind me and game over. So you could, that first opening scene just set the tone that would affect me for the rest of my gaming career, where you go in there, you can lock yourself, always went into the room where the shotgun is, secured those doors and just held that building as long as I possibly could. And then I would have to run for my life and wait for that bell to come save me. And this game held no bars. Whenever I played it through, I thought I love the item customization, where you could upgrade. Not only upgrade, space was an issue. So you always were fighting. Man, I just picked up this item. Now I'm forced to either discard it since I picked it up, or find out what I can move or get rid of, and those choices are severely critical, especially whenever you're playing on professional mode. That's what took me the longest, and I got every single achievement for Resident Evil 4 on the Xbox One, and I did the same minus the achievements on the Nintendo GameCube. Professional mode was no joke. This game is a beast. I can't tell you how many times I had to play the same thing again and again and again until we mastered it and was able to move forward a little bit and then hit a roadblock and then have to fight and grind out that area. But there is literally sequences in here that if you're not careful with your ammo and your health, that you will get ledged up where you can't progress in professional mode. So Resident Evil 4, absolutely adore it. I can't wait for Resident Evil 4 remastered, and I hope they come out with a collector's edition for it, because I have the collector's edition for the remasters of all the other ones. But I really hope they do. It deserves it. This game is the most talked about game that I've seen in forever. So Resident Evil 4, we all know, but that one I could not let it pass by without having touched and completed every aspect of the game. I wanted to completely wreck it, and there's nothing more satisfying than completing a game to its completion and then putting it back onto your shelf knowing that you can walk away and it's done. Number 4. With that said, we're going to be going over a PlayStation 5 title. This game came out not too long ago, but it was another highly anticipated game by myself and many others. But we have one moment. It's a big boy. Yeah, we got Horizon Forbidden West. This was a collector's edition. I went above and beyond. I got a great deal. I got the Regalia edition as well as the Regalia editions in the closet, but I got the collector's edition as well. They came with 2 different statute variants, but this particular game, I had to wait the longest time in my gaming career, as I say, because I'm a late bloomer whenever it comes to PlayStation side, but I knew that I would absolutely fall in love with this game, and boy did I. I completed the first Horizon, 100%ed it, every achievement trophy, hunting grounds, all the challenges. There was nothing left to do. And then whenever the Forbidden West had released, it was a day one pickup with the Regalia edition, and boy did it deliver. The graphics are just jaw-dropping. There's so many moments where I had to just stop what I'm doing and actually just look around at the environment to enjoy it, because it is just that well done. But the story was very well written, but I had to again go through, and I didn't have to, I got to. It was a privilege to go through this game and do the hunting grounds, the strike pieces. The game of Strike was just so breathtakingly fun. Whenever I was on my adventures and I came across another Strike player, that was a moment that I was like, oh yes, I get to verse somebody else. You know, I got really excited about those type of things. But there's a lot of weapons in this one versus the first one. What I love is you can come across and earn the weapons. You can find them hidden in the wilds. The map is very well done. There's 2 layers to this map, so you have the above ground, and in this one you can actually dive once you get the diving mask, where you can breathe underwater. There is a whole other layer of exploration to this game, and I just really appreciate the developers for putting their time and effort and getting it right. There was kind of some controversy, but as far as my experience, I did not have any issues. I absolutely adored it. And it was nice to have a home base that you could come back to, check your upgrades, you know, converse. There's a whole other layer of like getting to know each character. Every time you went back, they had something to say, they had something to do. At any time you could go back and play Strike, and I just couldn't put it down. Every achievement, every side quest, I just completely wrecked this game once again. So I'm excited for what's to come for the franchise of Horizon. A little spoiler, I can't wait for the next one. That's all I'll say about that. Number 5. And number 5 is going to be another game early on. I'm a massive Nintendo GameCube connoisseur, and this one is another one that just completely came to me. It's weird that this particular franchise that I'm about to talk about comes to me in a time of need. Whenever I was going through something, whenever I was feeling whatever, I'll spare you the details, but whenever I was in the need and reaching for something, this game franchise has been there for me and still is to this day. So this particular game we're talking about is the Legend of Zelda series. This one's particularly the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This game is absolutely charming, from its kooky character designs to its shelf-shaded graphics. The writing was done very well. It pulls at your heartstrings, man. And like that opening scene, whenever you're leaving your beloved island and you're waving goodbye, like that came to me at a point in time where my life was changing in a similar way, and it was kind of a symbolization of like it's okay to push away, you know, and expand and grow and experience new things. And that was a huge symbolization point that I adore in this game. And you come back later and you've matured, and it's just very well done. Definitely in its later years, Wind Waker has become more of a beloved franchise or game specifically, but for me, this game has always been at the forefront of what's shaping me to be my love. Ocarina of Time obviously was my first, and then from there, then Wind Waker just, you know, sealed that love for the franchise. But it was another game that whenever I was a kid, I couldn't go out and buy multiple games, so I had Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers for GameCube, and then I finally got my hand on a copy of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and boy did it deliver. But since I had such limitations on what games I could play, I definitely put hundreds of hours into Wind Waker, even at the point of connecting my Game Boy player up where a friend could come over and drop bombs. A lot of people don't know that this has a multiplayer aspect to it, where if you use a Game Boy link cable, then your buddy, while you're playing, can drop bombs by a character that's flying overhead and assist you throughout the game. And there's hidden statues within the game where you have to use a Game Boy link cable to access those areas. So really cool, less talked about notion for the Legend of Zelda multiplayer. It's just unheard of, you know. But Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, I explored the entire Isles, went through every heart container, completed the Nintendo library, went through and completed every sea chart, every side quest, got the windmill back up and running, you know the lingo. But it was definitely one that I could definitely put back up on my shelf, knowing that I can walk away from it and my heart container is completely full. And so that's my 5 games. Now on to challenging 4 other YouTube channels. So without any particular order, we got Wartrain Wins. If you're a long-term fan of my channel, I've done some collaborations with him before. Awesome guy, link down in the description below. He does pickup videos, he's done repairs, he's set up, you know, his one-up cabinets, one of his banger videos. But super great guy, super knowledgeable. He has the biggest Switch collection I've seen, and the passion for this guy is there. So if you haven't done so already, click the link below, go check him out. Stay tuned on his channel for a follow-up video of his top 5 games that he could not put down until he was completed with it, or you know, you get the lingo. Next one's gonna be Steve Craig Retro Games. This guy is definitely the most consistent out of all of our channels. He puts up some awesome pickups videos. He has the widest variety of retro games I think out of all of us, his pickup videos are all over the place, man. You get the best variety from him, and he's super knowledgeable. I call him the bearded knowledge. Whenever I have a question about, I don't even know what I'm looking at, he'll definitely know, just based off observation alone. But yeah, link down below, go check him out. Super cool guy. Stay tuned on his channel. Keep an eye out for his top 5 games. The next one's gonna be Iro Retro Gamer Dad. My brother in arms. This guy is amazing. He does pickups videos. He does a little bit of everything. Food challenges. This guy is insane with his food challenges, and he does it all for a wonderful cause. He has fed and clothed and donated and supported so many charitable events, and he does all of this, like his food channels and stuff like that, for his charity. So check him out. He has sources that he uses to reach out to do those wonderful things. So if you're feeling charitable, go look into him, check out his channel, give him some love and support. Stay tuned on his channel for his top 5. Next one's going to be Ace from Fit to Play Games. This guy I love his vast video type. So he's gone out hunting, is probably one of my favorites, showing some of his sweet hot spots and what he has picked up from there. His pickup videos, he's done challenges, just an awesome, passionate guy. And on top of that, he's all about the gains as well, physical wellness, mental, physical. He's all about it. So go check him out. Link down below, of course, and stay tuned for his top 5 if you wishes to make a video response to this. That's it, guys. Today is my birthday. Yay! So as of the making of the time of this video, thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing, checking out the video if you've made it this far, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Till next time, peace.